back to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20-10 touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Scores on the deflection. The Andover Huskies win their first state championship.
Welcome to Andover High School and Husky Stadium for the Huskies opening soccer match for the season of 2022. Thank you for joining. My name is Jim Childs. I'll be joined by Pete Hayes, Hall of Fame Pete Hayes, as he makes his way up to the to the press box. The Huskies coming off an impressive win against the Forest Lake Rangers last week, as they were able to beat the Rangers 5-rip, and good shutout, good way to start. Totino-Grace comes in with an 0-1 record, and Coach Bill Vance, in his 23rd year, went up and had a 3-0 loss to Osseo. Osseo took them, young team, and good to go. And of course, the Huskies coming off a very, very strong year last year, where they were able to get to third place and beats Maple Grove, the Northwest Suburban rival, in a 1-0 match for the third place last year. And once again, joined by Pete Hayes. Coach, you're running all over the place today. Welcome.
Boy, I sure am. I'm kind of winded coming up the stairs, but excited for this game. Tonight, a young Andover team too. Not a lot of returning players from last year, and like you said, Totino-Grace is young, so a couple of teams that are going to try to find out what they have here early in the season.
Yes. Had a chance to talk to Coach Andy Lynch before the game, and he mentioned the chemistry between Dylan Schrader and Nathan Hogland. Both those two scored 2 goals apiece against the Forest Lake Rangers. And there's a through ball and defended nicely. Oh, gets around as Hansen with it, and good stop by the goalkeeper. And we'll get through these starting lineups. The goalkeeper is Luke Brandt, the 10th grader the sophomore from Totino.
So they played earlier, Jim. Is that what you're telling me? Forest Lake?
They did play. They beat Forest Lake. Huskies beat Forest Lake, and the Totino-Grace Eagles lost to Osseo Oreos 3-0 last week.
Well, I know that Blaine last week tied Forest Lake, so that's a good sign for Andover and in the section play. And like I said, they have a lot of young players on this Andover team, but are off to a good start.
Yeah, Coach Andy Lynch in his 3rd year, as he was really blessed as the goalkeeper for Andover comes out. Christian Gunther, the junior, takes over for really an all-state goalie that Andover had last year in Meyer, as Nolan Meyer now playing at University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee.
Yeah, goaltending's a big part of soccer. I know all of the years that we went to the state tournament at Anoka, it seemed like every time we went, we had an all-state goalie. So it's a big part of it. And those last 2 state championships, we had an all-state goalie as a sophomore and a junior. So, yeah, goaltending's a big part of it.
Well, impressive. You talk about the need for a goaltender. Andover put on 17 shots, 15 of them on goal last against the Rangers. Impressive. A little side kick and a goal scored right off the bat by Totino-Grace. Nice crossover as Gerardi Kabasu was able to get a header, and a beautiful cross as we see right here.
Here's another look at it. Went to his right foot, hit a beautiful ball, and Kabasi went to that near post and then headed it by the keeper and gives Totino-Grace a 1-0 lead. Beautiful goal by Totino.
And the assist, that nice cross, was by Logan Chaput, who I was impressed with the French name, and can't wait to say that a couple more times. But a beautiful cross and a quick lead for the Eagles.
Yeah, that's the way you want to come out. Get one on the board right away. So Totino has to be happy with their start.
That ball goes out, comes out, you throw in on the far side, and a good throw in.
Yeah, that's a big throw right there.
And it's settled on the outside and kicked out, and another throw in for the Huskies.
We'll have to watch that, Jim, as the game goes on. When they get down by the net, have someone who can throw that ball like that. It's just like a corner kick. So we'll have to keep an eye on that.
A couple of returners. We had mentioned Dylan Schreider, who was had scored 6 goals last year, along with number 2, Carter Eklund, the senior. Real solid in the middle, and really did a nice job of helping control. We'll see some good minutes out of those guys tonight.
Yeah, Eklund's been around here for a long time. Excellent player for Andover.
Well, on these hot days, how do you Coach, you've done this a number of years, not calling you old or anything like that, but a number of years. How do you rotate in on these hot days when the turf is about 10 degrees warmer than it is, and it's about 85? Beautiful day today. Not criticizing the weather, but it gets hot.
Yeah, it sure does. And that turf and all those little black pellets down there make it hot. And usually it depends on the position that they're playing. But if you're an outside midfielder, center midfielder, those guys seem to run more than the defenders and the forwards. So yeah, you like to get them out there at about the 15-minute mark, give them a 5-10 minute blow, and get them back in there.
A couple of nice tries on some through balls by the Huskies. They settle it. Eklund right at the logo. Goes down looking on the far wing. And settled again.
Yeah, so important, Jim, to be good in the middle of the field, and Andover's pretty good in the middle of the field.
Saved by Brandt. Brandt covers up. He pushes up, and Totino goes into their next set as they try to spread that field.
Boy, that's a big leg right there by Brandt.
65 yards in the air, not too bad. Gets past Eklund. Good footwork. Now going on the side. And runs out of real estate. Still in. A crossover. Totino tries to settle. It goes right. The pass goes right in to the Huskies. And foul, and Huskies will get a free kick.
You know, if you're Totino-Grace, you want that outside midfielder making that run there. Had plenty of time to get upfield, kind of sat back there a little bit, and they had nobody on that back post.
Nice through ball looking for Nick Brown. And Brandt has been decisive of making sure that he gets up and gets those through balls when he can. He's been made some good decisions so far.
Well, Brandt, after giving up 3 the last game and being a sophomore, he's got to be on his game today. And I'm sure he's a little bit nervous out there, being an old goalkeeper myself. Your first game and you let up 3, and now you're against Andover, and you're going, okay, I better show today.
So on some of these young goalkeepers, how do you get them to be decisive of when to come out, when to stay back? What's the key as you're coaching, as not only coaching and playing? What were some of those keys?
You know, it's kind of learned at a young age. I was a keeper that didn't come out too much. I played angles more. I was a hockey guy too, so it's kind of like I'll let my D do the work and not beat myself. You get some of these goalies that come way out, and it's very effective for some of them. So it's just kind of what they prefer, and hopefully they make the right decisions. I said, I don't care if you come out, just so you're making the right decisions.
Exactly.
You do whatever you need to do to stop the ball.
Yes, yeah. It'll be a throw-in for the Eagles deep down in the Husky territory. Looks around about the 18 and tries to looks in and.
What we're looking at here might have been touched by an Andover player.
It was touched by an Ant, but over to Gunther. And so there'll be a discussion right now. Looking at the referees, I tell you, the referees, the situation has not been great. The amount of games that some of these guys have had to play. I talked to one linesman last week that had 4 games on Thursday alone. Good for the pocketbook, probably not for the legs.
No, especially if it was one of those hot days,
yeah.
Which we're going to get again here.
Yep. Nick Brown, shadows, and Eklund up to Hansen. Hansen up to Brown. Brown settles the ball, looks across, nice little pass into the middle, looking at Eklund again. And rolls off his foot now. Settled again by Knudsen.
Andover's looking for that through ball up front. They've been really close on a few of them.
And a race as Tanner Johnson holds on to it, keeps it in, drops it back, but then taken away. A give and go try that was came off the top of the foot. Now possessed by the Eagles right in the center with Frieden. Back to Poitras. Frieden now tries a through ball. And again, saved by Gunther. Good scoring opportunity. Nice ball by the defenseman, number 6, Frieden. The Huskies have missed on a couple of marks. They haven't quite been as tight as what we're looking for. Deflection that goes out will be a goal kick for the Huskies.
Yeah, I'd like to see them jockey a little bit more. They're trying to shoot in, and that, the forwards for Totino-Grace pretty talented. If you shoot in, they'll beat you. So I always tried to teach jockey until you get some help. I like this Eklund, though. He really controls the middle of the field.
He does, yeah. And he's always got his head up, looking down the field and makes good decisions. That one will be out. He'll be throwing for the Eagles. Again, beautiful day out here. Yeah, it's about 85 degrees. Little to no wind. A small breeze coming out of the north. Wish it. I'm sure these players right now would wish it would cool down a little bit. And we're about 10 minutes into this match so far. Eagles up on a quick goal early in the first half.
Big long through ball there for Totino-Grace. See if they can spring someone free, which they have. Nice step by the Andover defender. Bill Vance, the coach at Totino-Grace, he's a Hall of Fame coach, been there for a long time, and they made a good run a couple of years back, and they had some really good players, and that was kind of towards the end of my coaching career. And I'm trying to think of the young man's name. He played at Indiana and was one of the better players at Indiana, and he was Mr. Soccer in the state of Minnesota, and I can't think of it right now. But he was a heck of a player for them.
Well, 3 championships. I know that Coach Vance has 3 championships under his belt and a runner-up, I think, during that time as well. That run was pretty impressive back in the, I would say, about the mid-2000s, about the same time Anoka won, I believe. I think it was fairly close around that time. I'm sure there were some good battles between the two of you, huh?
Yeah, there was quite a few good battles, that's for sure. And they always gave us trouble. It never seemed like Totino was a rivalry game. When you're one of the ABC schools, that's your rivals, and then all of a sudden it's the same thing for us in baseball. All of a sudden you go over and play Totino-Grace and they beat you because there's really not anything, that gets you totally fired up like Anoka, Andover, and Blaine and Champlain Park.
Eklund splits 2 defenders and then gets knocked off the ball, now pushed up and possessed by the goal scorer from earlier, Kubaso. There's a foul, and we'll have a free kick for the Eagles.
Got a young freshman out there for Andover playing that outside D. Number 7, Cullison. I'm sure you said the name. I can't say it. I don't know why I brought it up then.
It's Akui. Akui is the last name, yes. Nice save by Gunther. Not a lot on that kick. It was not a big extension, but a good opportunity as William Junker, for the senior for the Eagles, had one right outside the box.
Well,
Michelson,
Yeah, Akui is a nice-looking freshman out there. I mean, he's a good-sized kid,
Yeah, he
14,
is.
15 years old. Wow.
Well, Andy Lynch, we were discussing before the game, and he was talking about how he knows every player's name on all the teams, which is pretty impressive. Nice ball out to Andover, and it's Hansen. Hansen comes in the middle, takes it deflected. That shot was deflected by Jacob and settled at midfield.
Yeah, good possession here for Totino-Grace, not rushing anything.
Frieden brings it up. And a little give and go, and a ball that goes down, and it'll be out of the end line. Goal kick for the Huskies. Keeper Gunther will put her down. 26 minutes left here in this first half. The Eagles scored early.
You know, Andover lost a lot of people, but their JV was good, their B squad was good, their freshman team was good, so they just reloaded.
And I had also heard that the 8th grade team is got some big numbers as well. The 8th graders, it'll come up next year, some big numbers. It's good to see the, it's great to see the numbers coming back after what we went through in 2020. And here's a through ball. Here comes Hansen. Hansen with it. And we've got a flag on the far side.
I thought that was offsides. There's the flag for the offsides.
Totino on the far side. Pushes it up right at the 50. Tries to drop it by. Knocked off. Good play, good physical play now. Driven down, and Gunther will let it go out. Another goal kick.
I'm going to state the obvious here, Jim, but that next goal is a big one. You don't like getting behind 2-0 in the game of soccer.
No, especially early. So Preston Bergeron comes in along with Ethan Weiss, and they move Collison Akui up. He's now up on the as a forward. Also in is Jarson, Nathan Jarson. He's on the near side defense.
Well, the Bergeron, Grandpa just stopped me, and his son used to play for me back in the early days. So it's kind of nice to see him. Haven't saw him in a long time. And said the grandson's playing. Number 22 for Andover.
He used to play for you?
No, his sons. no, not me. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
All right.
I already got ripped on my way in here, and I get it again, but that's okay. It's well deserved. Well deserved.
Well, Brandt right now, he'll do the old Australian rules kick up to the center, and Eklund trying to battle through, and he is able to possess that ball through. Akui tries to get past the defenseman, Frieden, and was marked well.
Well, they've moved Akui up one spot. He was starting as an outside defender. Now he's an outside mid. Next thing we're going to see is him playing forward. But they're shifting him around the field here.
Well, I was down there watching pregame a little bit and some of the warm-ups. I would say that he is one of the more talented freshmen I've seen with the ball on his feet. He knows what to do.
Good play by him right there.
You mentioned a couple of Brock Tarlington. Got to get after that one. Nolanson puts it down. Eklund now back to center D to Fogarty. Fogarty passes it back to Gunther, now running up the side. Carson back over to Eklund. Eklund takes a look up and then settles it. Now decides to kind of switch field and get it up to Haugland. Haugland not able to control, and again It's pretty much a one and done for the Huskies right now. They get one touch in there, and it either rolls off or is able to get back to the keeper.
Yeah, Eklund's the director out there for Andover, that's for sure. Everything goes through him. Bill Vance and Totino's got to try to find a way to take him away.
Have not called number 10, Schrader, very much. Schrader, the leading goal scorer from last year that had that return, he had 6 goals. As a sophomore. Brock Tarlington had his first collegiate game last night for the Evansville Purple Aces. He got some minutes against Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, that's a good brand of soccer right there, so good for him. Some good possession here by Totino-Grace. They're not afraid to go backwards until things are set up.
And a nice job by the defenseman jumping up, Fogarty, and I guess you can't grab the numbers anymore, huh?
Well, no. If we were watching the International League, they would be flopping on the ground, probably hurt right now. But some high school kids are pretty good at that, too.
Yeah.
Not that case.
Christian Gunther with a good boot, trying to get it up to Hagelin. And now Hagelin possesses. He's with Schrader. A nice tackle by Totino. Acqui. Far side covered by 2, able to get through. Pass over to Schrader, give and go, and saved by Brandt.
Oh, gotta like the idea right there. Gotta like the idea. Almost clicked right there for an easy one for Andover.
Look at Acqui, splits 2 defenders, gets around, quick pass to Schrader, and give and go, and it just a little bit too far out in front.
That's so intelligent for a young kid. A lot of times you beat those 2 guys and you keep going on your own and try to take the other person on. Instead, he dished it off and then got the ball back again.
Yeah, really nice play by the freshman. Captain Gavin Hennessy will be returning on the next whistle. I don't think Brandt meant to do that.
I think Andover's doing a little bit more subbing than Totino. You know, as this game wears on, that could make a difference.
Another offsides. Around the 25, that will bring the free kick. That's the second offsides called on the Huskies. How frustrated would you get with some of those offside calls when you were coaching?
Really frustrated. I don't think it was ever one that got me kicked out of a game, but yeah, you never thought your guys were offsides, and you always thought they were. You know, you'll get up against some of these teams too, Jim, that's all they try to do is offside trap, offside. And it's just like, let's just stick with it here, and we're going to get them on that. And I never did that myself. It's like, well, let's have them beat us instead of relying on an official making a call in the back line.
Well, yeah, just one. If an official decides to miss that, then you've put yourself in peril, your team in peril by that. So throw in for the Huskies on the far side.
Love the new scoreboard here.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Sure is. You know, we're a little over halfway through the first half here. Not a whole lot of opportunities for either team. Like I said, they're kind of feeling each other out here to start out and see if there's some adjustments this second half.
A little defensive lapse led to that first goal. Hansen and Hennessy in for the Huskies. Hennessy, one of the captains. And Jarson now passes up to Schrader. Schrader able to get around, passes it into the feet of the defender. Hagelin tries to scrape the ball away, and that doesn't work. It'll go back to Gunther. Jarson now. Up to Hansen. Eglin out, getting a quick breather.
Yeah, I was just going to say that same thing. It's usually he's the guy that would have been on that ball.
Nice move by Schrader. Schrader tries to feed it over to Hagelin, and that ball goes out the outside off of Cerna's foot, and it'll be a goal kick. First goal kick for the Huskies.
Well, we'll see what they have here and how many people are running on this corner.
Yeah, that camera gets really hot too.
And
That's that camera that was.
I think it's Schrader is taking it. Yeah, Schrader will take the kick. He took majority of them last year. Last year the Huskies were great with the amount of special teams kick. That one right in, Brandt off the knuckles and out. Settled by Jarson. Jarson gets it over to Schrader. Schrader tries to get around a couple and then puts it in. Nice. Hagelin there with a goal. Oh, he just missed it. He just missed it.
Yeah, he's kind of complaining there that he was grabbed. Maybe we can get a look at that replay, but he had the whole net to shoot at. Shot it wide. Let's see what happens here.
Good move by Schrader. Comes in, and great play by
If anything, it was a handball on Andover. Went up to his hand there. So I'm not sure what he was complaining about there. Probably.
Yeah, he ran into the goalie, and that goalie had every right to the ball. So
frustration.
Yeah,
that happens.
But a good chance for the Huskies. Carson back. Fogarty up. Looking for Hagelin. Hagelin gets bracketed by a couple of Eagles. And the ball settles over to Schaust. Michelson to Schaust. Schaust again with it. Crosses. Huskies are there. Tries to clear. Not a good clear at all. And that one lands right on the feet of Tennyson Doe. And just couldn't get enough wood on that one.
You know, besides the goal that they gave up, the other two good opportunities, the only two opportunities for Totino-Grace, were on balls that Andover muffed in trying to get out, and they gave them two pretty good opportunities. So they're going to have to clean that up. But otherwise, Totino hasn't had a whole lot of opportunities.
No, and you feel the oh, here comes another ball settled and out, and it'll be a throw in for the Huskies. Caden Eklund back in. Hansen moves up. Coming out is Schrader.
Yeah, Lynch has a short bench. He only has 5 extra players, I believe.
That cross goes over and settled by Bergeron. Little grab and tuck here, and Bergeron runs him out. It'll be a throw-in for the Huskies. 13 minutes left. The Eagles are up 1-0 on a early goal by Jabari Kibusin. Butchering that name.
You go with it.
Yeah, yes. Cabuso is the name I've got. It's got settled, and Hansen now back to Jarson. Puts it into the middle. Nobody home. Settled by the Eagles. Now possessed at midfield. Good decision just to not try to force anything. Huskies, good spacing right now defensively.
Yeah, Totino's not afraid to knock it around. They just seem to have trouble in that top third of the field. You know, they middle of the field and the back end they do pretty well. Once they get it up front, it's not quite sure what they want to do. That's the hardest part, though. That is the hardest part.
Yep. That's why here's Haglund. Oh, big hit right there. We'll see which way it goes. That was it looked like it was almost incidental contact.
Yeah, that was pretty close. Usually they'll give it to the offense on that.
Haglund slow on getting up. There'll be a card given.
And Coach Lynch isn't liking that. He'd like to have a red card right here, at least a yellow.
Yeah.
You know, kind of taking away a breakaway. And, you know, it was pretty close. I mean, you could call it either way. And I don't think the officials like giving out red cards for something that's borderline.
Yeah.
Still a good opportunity here for Andover.
So Sierna able to, or gets the yellow card. And Haglund and Eklund back. The ball is sitting about 7 yards outside, about 25 yards away, sitting at the football 15-yard line.
It's a good opportunity right here with a kid like Eklund.
Brandt back on the goal line.
Lynch is still arguing the call. You're never going to win. Believe me.
No. Haglund goes off of the defender, settled by Eklund, over to Haglund. Tries to settle it, bounces up, and we've got another free kick and a foul called on Totino. So that'll be another free kick for the Huskies. Haglund over to Eklund. No call on that one.
Yeah, the side judge decided he was going to call that. That's 3 in a row here against Totino-Grace. Got to watch themselves here with 11 minutes remaining. Andover's been knocking on the door.
Yeah, we've seen Haglund up there a couple of times with some nice spots right in front of the goal and just not able to put it in. Everybody deep, Haglund or Eklund. Not able to get the elevation he wanted. And Weiss now taken away by Bergeron, or pestered by Bergeron, I should say. About the 10-minute mark right now. Totino. Ball's crossing the field. Jarson right there. Settles it, but it goes right over to Doe. Doe gets thumped.
Going to be an opportunity here for Totino-Grace. Here's another look at it, which is a good call right there.
Yep. Just got him on the heel. So the senior, Tennyson Doe,
you got to hit it really good if you're going to hit it from here. It's about a 30-yard shot. I mean, or else you're looking to clip the ball over the wall and see if you can get a head on it on that far post. We'll see what he does.
Oh, goes right into the wall. And then up and out the end line. Catastrophe averted by the Huskies.
Yeah, most kids think they can make that shot. And that's a tough shot. That's a tough shot for the big timers.
Yeah.
Your odds are not that good, so you probably have a better opportunity just chipping it over the wall, kind of like a corner kick, and seeing if you can get a head on it.
Acquis and Schrader back in. Eklund, one touch over to Carson. Or Hanson, I'm sorry. On the far side with the Eagles, now throw in for the Eagles. Strategy late in the half to make sure that you're aggressive but not taking unnecessary chances, Coach. What is it? What was the strategy for the Pete Hayes show?
Well, I think the biggest thing was intensity. It wasn't really a strategy. It was intensity. You know, we worked hard. We got a lead. If you're Totino-Grace, let's win this last 5 minutes, because those are the biggest goals given up or scoring is the last 5 minutes. They're a killer. You know, and Totino got that goal in the first 5 minutes. They surely don't want to give one up here in this last. So really didn't adjust anything. It was just, you know, screaming at them to outwork the opponents here the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, attentions can kind of attention span can kind of go into, oh, we're at halftime, we'll regroup.
Right.
And those are just like at the end of the period for hockey.
Yep, absolutely.
You just got to play to the buzzer.
And
Eklund now with it.
It's 83 degrees too, Jim, and you're getting tired about right now. So, you know,
right.
sometimes you need a little encouragement to keep going.
Christian Gunther, who had a shutout in that first match against the Forest Lake Rangers.
You know, I'm sure you've been down on that turf a lot too, Jim. And, you know, when my first 25 years, there wasn't a lot of turf fields, but those last 5, I remember the bottom of my feet just burning.
Yeah.
It's burning. You know, and I wasn't even doing anything, just standing on it.
It feels good in the spring.
Right.
But you know, it's had all season to warm up, and that ground and those, like you said, those pellets. There's a nice through ball offsides, just called on Hansen.
That was a close call right there.
Yeah, Caden Hansen, the junior.
That was a whiff on that back end. Just what we were talking about, you make a mistake, and all of a sudden it's a 1-1 game.
Yep. Good defensive stop by the Huskies. Eklund now up to Schrader. Goes up, bounces off his foot. He tries to regain, and he'll get called. Schrader had some big goals last year, especially in the sectional playoffs and the sectional tournament.
Well, right now at this moment, Jim, I'd say that Andover's the more dangerous of the two teams. You know, trying to hit on a few of these through balls. It looks like it's going to be hard to shut them down here. So if you're Totino-Grace, it would be well served to get another goal.
It'll be a throw-in on the near side here for the Eagles. Haugland and Nick Brown coming back in for the Huskies at the next whistle. Ooh. Play on.
Yeah, you got to keep playing.
Yep. And Brandt way out of the net. Punches it up to midfield. Bergeron for the Huskies heads it up and pushes it back into the Eagles zone.
Totino-Grace does a nice job in their build-up. Like I said, their difficulty comes in that top third of the field.
Yeah, possession time really, you know, it is, and that'll be a foul on the Huskies. The possession time, you know, the Eagles, when they get it, they like you said, they just possess the ball, do a good job of working it around, and there seems to be around the 20-yard line where it seems to hit a kind of a brick wall for him. Now under 4 minutes.
There's a good ball right there.
Looking for Cabasso as he was trolling around out front. Here's the ball to Schrader. Schrader coming in on the outside. Shot, saved by Brandt. And cleared, settled by Eklund. Eklund.
The old hockey save right there.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I like that.
He stacked the pads.
I don't think that's the way they teach it, but that's the way I used to do it. That's the only way I knew how.
Yes. Foul on the Huskies. Another good possibility. Good run by Schrader, Dylan Schrader. Right outside, and Brandt was tested.
Yeah, here's another look at it right here, coming down that right side. Good shot. This reaction stuck out that right foot and made the save. Nice job by our crew picking that one up.
There's so many times you know, as a layman, you sit there and you say, well, why didn't he shoot it right there? Why didn't he put it up there? Well, he's running as fast as he can, trying to hit that. To hit that. Brandt right heads it out. He was right on the 18. And smart move. Akui up there, able to hold. Oh, just not able to hold the ball in. And we'll have some substitutions as we hit just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Haugland back in.
Got to come back and get that ball. He can't stand and wait. Akui read that, got to it before the offensive player for Totino-Grace.
Hagelin back, Grant Johnson in. As the Huskies are putting on some pressure, we've seen since about the 25-minute mark, it's been Hagelin now with the chance, pops it over, and he scores! Pops it over Brandt's head, and a goal scored by the Huskies late. 1:54 seconds left in the first half. And you were right, the Huskies are dangerous back here.
Yeah, they sure were, and that was nice. He didn't panic, and he just popped it over the top of the goalie. Goalie got himself caught out too far. And that was beautiful with the right foot. Just kind of volleyed it into the back of the net, and there's Andover tying this thing up with less than 2 minutes to go.
So Hagelin takes a bow with his third goal of the season, and it was assisted by Schrader. Schrader who popped it up, and really good positioning by Hagelin. Kui back at mid.
Well, we'll see how Totino responds to that.
You can almost see the Huskies' energy level kind of increase with that one as this. Good step up and to diffuse that action. That was Fogarty again. Nice takeaway by Brown on the rolls off, and it'll be a throw-in for the Eagles.
I'll tell you what, Totino-Grace better stick with you here. Andover will get another one before halftime. That was a big goal right there, but they're going to keep coming right now.
Totino, dangerous pass back. And Eglin now tries to battle through. I'm sorry, that was not Eglin. That was Hennessy. Tries to battle that one through and goes on. Down to 40 seconds left. One more run for the Huskies. A handball by Eklund there. Oh, free kick.
They're going to call it before the handball.
Yeah, I
the
guess
side
so.
official is going to call a handball. Gives Andover another opportunity here.
Settled by Hennessy. Looking over to Knutson. Knutson pestered by the Eagles, and then a give and go for Hagelin. And we're going to end the half with a good rush by the Huskies here towards the late half. Early goal by the Eagles, and Hagelin with a goal assisted by Schrader. And we're at halftime here at Husky Stadium. It's 1-1. We'll be back for second half after this.
Anoka County Brotherhood Council, also known as ACBC Food Shelf, is a community-based organization located in Anoka County, serving over 10,000 families per year. We have been providing our neighbors with food, clothing, and resources for over 50 years. Providing food to the community is our largest program, and we do this through a food shelf, a grocery delivery program for those who are homebound, and special food distributions available throughout the year. We value our participants' time and have appointments available online and by phone to ensure quick services, making it easier for those with tight schedules and transportation difficulties. The experience of the shopper is important to us, and we take great care in making sure our food shelf market is well stocked, especially with fresh and healthy food items, which can be more expensive for those on tight budgets. We want our space to feel like a grocery store, and we want our shoppers to feel they are cared for. When someone visits us, they will also have access to our family advocate who can provide assistance in navigation with other resources and partnerships. We also have a clothing closet which has clothing and household items for the entire family, a birthday bag program where parents can select age-appropriate theme bags for children up to age 18, and for low-income adults ages 60 plus, we are the only food shelf in Minnesota selected as a CSFP food provider, providing the opportunity for extra food items and nutrition education. We are blessed to be in such a great community that supports our work with volunteers, food donations, cash donations, and just sharing our message. We thank you for your support.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Hi. Can I get the Now Bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a Now Bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a Now Bar.
Sure.
$1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a Now Bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground out of your car right there! Move over your head!
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
They are part of your community. They are your students. They are your teachers. They are your coworker. They are your friends and your family. They are experiencing homelessness. Understanding is the key to the solution. You can help them by giving them the benefit of the doubt, asking them what they need and how you can help them, acknowledging that you see them by sharing a smile. These little things go a long way to be seen and felt understood. They are part of our community and we are part of theirs. Homelessness will not go away without your help. To get help or to give help, visit our website.
We are here today with Joe McKenzie with Cars for Neighbors. And Joe, can you tell us some more about the history of Cars for Neighbors for our viewers out there?
Absolutely. Cars for Neighbors was founded 22 years ago in Anoka County by 4 Anoka County residents that were working in the community, in the churches, in the social services, as the business community. They recognized that getting from point A to B in a car that's how people were able to move forward in their lives. So they knew the importance of finding a nonprofit that could help repair vehicles for people that couldn't afford to repair their vehicles.
Gotcha. And is a nonprofit like Cars for Neighbors, is that still essential today as much as it was in the year 2000?
Absolutely. 93% of people in Minnesota use a personal vehicle to get from point A to B every day. That's 93%.
That's quite a lot of people.
When you realize you have to get to work or take your elders to appointments or your children, yes, Cars for Neighbors is as essential today as it was founded 22 years ago.
Speaking of that help, what sort of impact does Cars for Neighbors have on the Anoka County family?
I speak all over Anoka County, and I break it down this way. A car repair is our daily activity, but the outcome of that repair is economic opportunity, economic mobility, and economic empowerment. That person now can make decisions for themselves. And so we break it down to that simple approach. And when you start to think about it, that's what those repairs do.
Of course, because I mean, yes, we have a wonderful, bus and train system here, but the buses run on a certain time, and emergencies don't happen on a time schedule. So really, having that car is essential, and it's wonderful the work that Cars for Neighbors does. And so those repairs that you're making, what are you seeing in regards to vehicle repair? I mean, the technology is always changing, something's always kind of breaking. What kind of goes into
against the Rangers?
We've
impressive.
got
a
1-1 tie here at the Husky Stadium, and as fast as that highlight came up, it was as fast as the Eagles scored. 2 minutes into the game, Jabari Cabiso scores on a cross from Logan Chaput, and the Huskies were down quickly. And I had a couple of chances there. Brandt, nice job by the goalkeeper for Totino. And the Huskies were pretty quiet, and then they started going. About 15 minutes left in the first half. Here's the first one. Yellow card given. Hagelin with the shot with a free kick, and the Huskies were on the road. And a beautiful shot by Nathan Hagelin there in the 37th minute, and assisted by Dylan Schrader. That was Hagelin's third. We're tied at 1. As we get both teams kind of switching back and forth. We'll switch on the other side. Sun, not an issue. The sun is on the side, the west side, and the field goes north and south, so sun is not an issue. Wind is not an issue. Beautiful day. And, Coach, you just got done with your halftime speech. I did, to ex-player's wife, and he's in Texas and listening right now. So hi, Josh, and called me up and said he's watching his son play here for Andover. So it's kind of fun. Everything kind of goes full circle, and then it makes me realize how old I am.
Yes, well, yeah, and you and me both. We're, I don't think we're gonna. The last thing I want to do is go on the turf and run anymore, or even coach anymore.
No.
So Huskies go get the ball. Will possess the ball to start the second half. As they'll be going, they're in the black uniforms, and they'll be going left to right on your television screen or mobile device. And they played a little keep away, and then Bergeron gives it right over to the Eagles. Eagles try to settle it down, get back into some of their mojo. They did a nice job of being able to create some opportunities up to midfield, and then they got stopped by the Huskies. Akui with a nice give and go. He's got it on the side, running down on the far side. Nice and patient, looks out front. Schrader with the shot right into. There's another goal, saved by Brandt, settled right in the middle. Bergeron, or Schrader had a whiff on that, but boy, the Huskies came out strong with a key right there, just getting after
Yeah,
it.
here's another look down that far side. You're wondering if he's got a left foot. He turned to his right foot. Nice ball. Came back out to the top. Good hit. Nice save. A little right or left, though, and that's in the back of the net.
Yeah, absolutely. But boy, the freshman over there really made that happen. Patient to be able to get it through on the far side and look for a scoring opportunity for the seniors.
Well, it's so dangerous when you can get an outside defender that can make a run, because usually nobody picks him up. You know, that's usually one of the forwards guys to mark, and a lot of times those forwards get a little lazy.
Yeah, so the Eagles, Tanner Johnson passes it up to midfield, taken down hard, a foul called on the Huskies on Hansen.
Hansen's a good player for Andover, too, and he's just a junior, along with Schroeder is a junior.
Cross into the box, that nice header out by the defense of the Huskies. Eklund drops it up to Knutson, and Knutson over there, and Schrader slows it down, winds through a couple of Eagles, goes off the shoulder. Eklund reverses the field now. Akui. Boy, he's smooth, isn't he?
He makes that first guy miss a lot.
Look at that, and doesn't even look like he really knows where he's going, and puts it right on the foot of Schrader. Goes out. That'll be a corner kick. That'll be the third corner kick for the Huskies. I believe a third. I'm pretty sure that's the third. Shots on goal from the first half was 4 for Totino-Grace and 2 for the Huskies. Eklund will take it. Bergeron on the far side. That one's right up, headed back right up to Eklund again. Eklund puts it back in, and that headed out again. And there'll be a foul on the Huskies as Hennessy came up and didn't go straight up, kind of went into the Eagle defender.
You know, Andover lets them play with the ball in the back, and they're just taking care of the other end of the field. If they want to knock it around back there, they're okay with that, and it seems to be working well for them.
Gunther, a little dangerous pass. Boy, that didn't have quite the speed that I think he was hoping it had, and the Eagles come up with it. Michelson sends it out the back of the end line.
Boy, that used to drive me crazy when it would be a giveaway in that back end. You know, you better make doggone sure if you're passing the ball to somebody in that back end. Otherwise, kick it up the field 50 yards.
Yeah, let them possess the ball where you've got they've got to go through 10 people instead of 1.
You know, if you have a good skilled back line that can move the ball is one thing. If you have a couple of guys back there that are basically defenders, you don't want to be doing that.
Hansen over to Eklund. Eklund, nice settle with the ball. Gets it up. And here comes Schrader. Schrader around Brandt. And a goal! His third goal of the season. And he matches Haugland. And the Huskies go up 2-1.
Yeah, nice goal right there. I think he almost missed it, Jim. I think it hit the pipe, on the inside of the pipe. Hit a wide open net. Let's take another look at it right here.
What a great through ball.
Boy, he might have knocked that down with his hand too, but
gets around Brandt.
He hit that far post. I think the ball went in there. I don't know. It's good goal, though.
Yes,
there
it
you go.
is.
A nice run by him.
And I believe it was Bergeron with that through ball.
Yep, nice through ball right there. From that right side defender spot. Just like the old man used to do for me.
Well, that's. Are you taking credit for the goal? Or the assist?
I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to back off on that one.
Well, it was nonetheless, it was a beautiful pass, and Schrader did exactly what a finisher does. He finished.
Well, I'll tell you what, Totino-Grace better not give up another one because they're not getting enough opportunities. You know, if it was the shoe was on the other foot and it was Andover, I could say Andover could score a couple as offensively as Ben, but I don't know about Totino, but here's a great chance right here.
Kabase with a nice pullback, and he ties it up. That's his second goal. Beautiful move, a little stop, and everybody went past. Gunther.
Okay, I don't know crap. There we go. What a
oh,
goal.
My word. Jabari Kabasu.
Well, that's what you say. That's where you say, lock him down right here. Jockey, instead of shooting in, shot in, and that's where he made the move back and just waited. That was a big-time goal. He scored 2 big-time goals for Totino-Grace. Keep feeding 9 the ball.
Yeah, no kidding. What an outstanding 3 Huskies around, plus the keeper. And
good stuff, Jim.
I tell you what, we got a game, Coach.
Good stuff.
Brandt allows players to get up and then kicks it out of bounds.
Sometimes you take that breath of air after you take the lead and you can't do it. You're the one who has to play off the momentum. We'd always say that too. Next 5 after a goal, let's go get another one and bury them. And that wasn't the case here for Andover, and Totino ties it up. And here's another great opportunity.
Bergeron with and a nice save, kept out by Vincent Jacob. Jacob with a goal-saving kick right in the mouth with no goalkeeper back there. That was Schrader again, and a Bergeron with another great through pass.
All right, I think he's coming out too much. Now's when I'd be screaming, stay on your line.
Yeah, well, I think you got to realize that Schrader is faster than probably what he's seen this season. Saved by.
Yeah, he's going to keep them in a lot of games. That's for sure. He has an mobility up there. He's quick, a good player.
So, Coach, have you seen the turf be able to take some of the spins a little bit differently than on natural grass when as a player kicks it? Are you seeing any of that out there?
Not a whole lot. I just see a lot more clean bounces, and the game's quicker because your passes are true. There's another one.
Hagelin gets it past. And a goal, that's the 3rd for the Huskies. And that's Hagelin with the celebration as they do a little meditation.
Yeah, they're running right by the Totino-Grace defenders right now.
Hagelin with his 2nd of the night, his 4th of the season. And, boy, we went 35 minutes without a goal, and now in the first 8 minutes, we've had 3 goals. With 7.5 minutes, we've had 8 goals. So Nathan Hagelin with his 2nd goal and his 2nd game with 2 goals.
I think that Totino-Grace's defense is tiring out a little bit. They've basically been playing the same 4. Maybe there's been a sub in there, but I haven't really noticed it. And they're getting a lot of high pressure from Andover, and probably tiring them out a little bit back there, and there's a long ways to go yet.
Andy Lynch with the quick feet. Well, I tell you what, I remember those days.
I don't.
Bergeron with a big throw in, and that one will go And Schrader battling with it, or that's Hagelin battling with it. Nice work by Hagelin. Tries to get it centered. Nobody home. Carson now, or Hanson. Passed. Eagles now settle. Yep.
Yep. I mean, you can't panic right now. You're only down by 1. Keep doing what you do. See if you can get one in the net. I do have a score from Elk River. Anoka is up 2-0 over Elk River at halftime.
Northwest Suburban Contest. And remember your preseason outlook for the Tornadoes this year?
Young but talented. I never had a team as young as what they have over there. They have 9 sophomores and a freshman, and they're all very talented kids. So, you know, when you have a young team like that, you're hoping to be 500, and then in the next 2 years you go after it and get it. But 9 sophomores in this conference, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's there is some learning that's going to happen this year. And some development. When you're talking,
Right.
you're going a 15-year-old going against an 18-year-old. That
yeah, absolutely.
That will cause.
Here's another look.
Physical, really nice pass there, and good tackle by. I believe that was Bergeron again. Header goes up, and still just outside, overrun and pushed by Totino-Grace Eagles, and it'll be a free kick as the Huskies are able to thwart that offensive threat.
Yeah, Totino-Grace looking to build up, doing a little bit better job this half than they did in the first half.
That goes off the head.
I think that hurt.
Of Kabisu. That one, yeah, that. So, Weiss and Jarson in for the Huskies.
Kids were always very careful, Jim, not to hit me. But I do remember once, it was like we were in the state tournament, and a kid shot one in practice and hit me in the back of the head, and it darn near knocked me out. He went running. he was hiding. It's a good job we won our first game in the state that year, and we're getting ready for the second one. Yeah, he just drilled me in the back of the head, and that was not pleasant.
How did you do on the second one?
Not very. Yeah, I think we did well.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
Actually, yeah.
I was going to see how the recall was.
Yeah, that was the year.
That
that was the year we won state and didn't lose a game all year. So, I wasn't too mad because it was a pretty darn good team.
Well, I'm sure some of those times, recalling those times, even now with some of the, just watching you walk up the stands and getting harassed and mauled by some of the Andover folks that had connections with you back in Anoka is pretty impressive.
Well, Andover wasn't open in my early years there when we had a lot of success, and neither was Champlin. And, we had a lot of good players. So good players help make you a good coach, that's for sure. Nice play.
Yeah, really nice play.
It is amazing, though, Jim, you can remember things from 35 years ago, incidents, and then you can't remember yesterday, what you ate for lunch.
Well, I mean, you had over 300 wins. What was the final tally?
I'm not sure. It's close to 400.
Oh, was it close to 400? Okay.
I really never counted and really never cared. All that I cared about was winning soccer games, but not the number. And it was time.
Well, anything.
It wasn't like I was trying to shoot for that 400 or anything like that. It was just I
yellow
retired.
card. Yeah,
retired from teaching, retired from that.
Yellow card given to Eklund. He'll have to come off. And we'll see what happened. I don't know if he clipped him.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see that.
Johnson comes in for Eklund.
Well, the QCTV camera's doing a great job again, and man, this TV looks good.
Certainly does. Hagelin lets the ball go out. It'll be a quick throw in. He's looking for Weiss as he's cutting in. And that one defended nicely by Vincent Jacob. Pressured by the Eagles. About 15 minutes into the second half right now. Huskies up 3-2. First 7.5 minutes, we had 3 goals here in the second half, and it has been slowed since. That one ball kicked out. Throw in by the Huskies. Huskies have an opportunity here. I've seen Bergeron. He's got a pretty heavy throw. See how far.
Yeah, looked pretty smooth right there.
Looking for Cabiso and on a through ball. And Eagles get it back. Cabiso along with a couple of other Eagles, and that one goes out. Huskies need to kind of get reorganized right now as the Eagles are turning something from nothing.
Yeah, Totino-Grace kind of a counter-attack team. Here's a good opportunity. Good step by Andover.
That was Landon Fogarty. Fogarty's had a nice night tonight back there, sweeping away.
Could have called the push there, Jimmy.
Yeah, throw in for the Huskies. Hennessy. And that one. Free kick for the Huskies as I believe that was Johnson who kind of stepped in and got driven off.
Yeah, they've been getting away with that a little bit tonight, but some good tight marking by Totino-Grace. There's a good through ball right there, or over the top. I think the difference right now, Jim, in the game is, you know, besides Andover's forwards being able to run by Totino's defense, which is pretty big, but the middle of the field is being won by Andover. You know, and that's where it all starts. You got to control that middle of the field. And if you do that, you have a good opportunity to win.
So as a coach, how do you adjust for that when you know that the players are a little bit, maybe a little bit more skilled than what you have? What would be the halftime adjustment? You can see the Huskies have made a halftime adjustment for really trying to get that through ball a little bit earlier than what they did in that first half.
Well, if we were playing a kid like Eklund, I would find our best marker and put him right on him and say, you take him out of the game. You take him out of the game, you got a chance, you know. And we did that a few times in state tournament games against all-state kids and did really well. We had a kid by the name of Blake Newman who could guard anybody. And he was always a defender. And we knew in the state that we needed to mark these 2 center midfielders, and we moved him up there, and he made all the difference. So if someone's controlling that, you need to find somebody and you say, he's yours.
Yeah.
You know, and then we'll take the chance on the back end, but we got to control this kid, and wherever he goes, you go. And a lot of coaches don't do that, though. I was kind of unorthodox. But that Eklund, he's a good kid. He's a good player for Andover. And they got some forwards up front. They're going to be someone that's going to have to be reckoned with come section time. And I'm sure they'll compete for a conference championship too.
Well, this conference is always one of the top conferences in the states, along with the Southeastern Conference, which has the Rosemonts and
Eastridge.
Yeah. I mean,
Eastview, Apple Valley used to be a
Woodbury,
big one. Woodbury, yeah.
Really solid. That ball goes right through the center. Cleared. It was cleared by Weiss. That one on the back side, and it'll be a goal kick.
Hey, good idea there by Totino-Grace. Had a couple runners on that back post, just a little better ball, and that would have been trouble.
Schrader and Eklund back in. Aquino and Hennessy out. Good minutes by both those two, especially with the star power of Schrader and Eklund out.
Yeah, and Eklund kind of plays a defensive center midfielder. You don't see him pushing up into the play that often. He sits back where he can win balls and then he can distribute.
Well, nice footwork there by Brown.
A little bit of pressure here by Totino-Grace. There's a good opportunity down the side.
That's saved by Gunther.
Yeah, they're putting a little bit of pressure on right now, getting some opportunities here in the last couple minutes.
Shout out to Pat Cullen, who is the mainstay of the Andover Huskies Stadium and runs the place. Came up and asked if we wanted some water.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't get that at all places.
No, you don't. It shot from way out.
He's been doing it a long time, too.
Yeah, he has. He's I don't know if you've been here for a football game, but the football game, and Anoka's has done a nice job with their game day experience. The game day experience here in Anoka is really second to none. It is almost a college game day environment.
Yep.
So come on out and enjoy.
Yeah, that's this Thursday, right? It's the opener for everybody.
Yep. It's some 0 weeks matchups. Bergeron not able to get through. Totino's got a little bit of a momentum going here. They've possessed the ball in their end, in the Huskies' end. Quite a bit. Seems like a little bit of momentum has just eroded, or energy has eroded from the Huskies.
Yeah, they got to pick it back up here. It's a few good opportunities for Totino-Grace. There's a great ball by Eklund.
Eklund and Brown tries to get past, and Brandt comes out. Well, he didn't come out as fast as what he did before, and that almost cost him. Schrader off of a defender. Goes back. Eklund with Bergeron right next to him. Stopped by Bergeron. Up to Eklund. Up to Schrader.
Good idea there by Schrader. Goalie was out, and he let it go from about 35 yards out.
The far side. Haugland now. Passes in, and Brandt sure-handed. Carazzo. We're under 20 minutes here. Huskies up by 1. Lights are on. Off the shoulder of Nelson. And we've got a foul on the Eagles.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times here now to Andover where they get that goal and then they kind of slack off a little bit instead of having that killer instinct to put it away. I think one here will probably put it away, though, if they get an opportunity, which is right there.
And it's called by the coach, and the hat trick by Hagelund. Nathan Hagelund.
That was about a 50-yard ball by Eklund that bended to the back post, and Hagelund put it in. Wow.
That was impressive.
Yeah, we're going to get another look at that, but I think he shot that from about the 45-yard line. There's another 10 added on. Look at that. That's beautiful stuff right there.
Not much Morant could do. I know that he's a little frustrated, but not much he could do. That was just sometimes you just tip your hat.
Yeah, if you're Totino-Grace, you want to make sure you're marking up on that there. And the Andover kid just beat him to the ball after a beautiful cross by Eklund. Good for Andover.
You talk about dropping it in the shirt pocket. That was splitting the defenders. And Coach, you called it. You had it read before it even happened. Oh, now looking for Hansen. Hansen. Defender's back, goes off, and went right to the foot of Hennessy. Hennessy just couldn't control it. That would have been a tough hold.
Yeah, they're just beating their defense right now. The forwards for Andover are just really taking it to them. Thank you very much.
Big shout out again to Pat Collin, who makes sure that we don't pass out from the heat up here in the press box.
It seems to be getting a little nicer now, Jim.
Yeah, it does. Brandt with it. Eklund tries to bend it like Beckham in the far upper 90. Cabiso coming back in for the Eagles. Their scorer for today. You need to have him in right now when you're down by 2.
Yeah, that's for sure. We got to kind of keep an eye on Totino-Grace here and see if they push somebody else up front to try to get a goal here. You know, they're kind of getting exposed in the back right now with 4, though, if you're going to push somebody. But you know what? You lose 5-2 or you lose 4-2. It doesn't make a difference.
Nope,
you got to score 2 goals.
That'll be a second yellow card handed out to Totino. That will be issued to Keenan Freedom.
Here's about the same spot, Jim.
Yeah. Let's see if he does it again. That one pinballs off a couple of players. Miso throws it out to a wing, settled by the Eagles. Hansen marked, and they cross fields again. It's about where they've gotten in trouble. And there's a foul on the Huskies. It'll be a kick around the 25.
Good opportunity here for Totino-Grace. If you can lob one into the kitchen. Good call by the official.
You never got into any officials, did you? You were calm, cool, and collected.
I thought I was, but I think they have my name down at the State High School League. I found out that, oh, there he is. Oh, man, he brings that ball down, Jim, and there's a great opportunity.
Tennessee Doe wide open on, they called it offsides anyway. That was.
I'd always see that the basketball coaches just arguing like crazy. And when I coached hockey, you could argue like crazy. And, you might get a 2-minute penalty, or in basketball, they might call a person.
Yeah.
In soccer, they just say, see you later. So I had to go once in a while.
Well, kind of like baseball. You can talk for a little while, but sooner or later, they just say enough, and at that point, it's time to shut the suitcase.
Yeah.
And a push off, and the Huskies will get another free kick around midfield. Eklund, again, spread the field.
Such a weapon to have in Eklund. It's every ball that he, every free kick from.
It has purpose.
50 yards in is absolutely has purpose. Great word for it.
Number 9,
It's not like he's this big physical kid winning balls that way. He's just so smart. He's smarter than everybody. He knows where to go. He reads the game so well.
Hollis and Akui back in for the Huskies.
Yeah, they need to have him back in the game, scoring both their goals with just under 15 minutes to play.
Eklund over to Hansen. Hansen settles it. He's got Schrader with him. Schrader tries to get through a couple of Eagles and is stonewalled. And that one's hit through. Doe gives chase for the Eagles. Good mark by the Huskies. Kabasa, and that's a handball. We'll have a free kick just outside the box. And, you know, Cabasso comes back in and things happen. It's you can tell that he's going to be a weapon used by the Eagles this season.
Yeah, if I'm Bill Vance, he's shooting it for me. And I don't think he's going to let anybody else shoot. You're going to mark him back here 10 yards. He's still got 2 more to go, but he's letting them have it. I don't know how that works. You can see right where the ball is, and they're 8 yards back, not 10. It's pretty easy to see.
There he goes. Yeah. Now they're 9 yards back.
They're 9 now.
Right into the middle of the wall. Cabasso still has it, then gets taken down again. We'll have I believe we'll have a yellow card given, and it'll go to Hennessy. Nope, not. I thought he was reaching.
Yeah, I always liked having a player set up the wall instead of my goalie because you can kick that thing before he gets back in position. So it's just as easy if you get a guy behind the guy kicking and he says this way, that way, instead of your goalie, and all of a sudden the ref blows the whistle and you're not back where you need to be.
So was a yellow given? Is that why we're making a substitution right now?
I believe it was.
Okay. So Weiss goes off with a yellow. Coming in is Johnson. He'll be part of the wall. Oh. And Bergeron comes back in as Jarson comes out. Bergeron's had a nice half.
Yeah, he's a big, strong defender for Andover and that outside defense.
Ball's in play, and that was shot right into the keeper for Andover, Christian Gunther, and no rebound given up. That's the one thing that this one goes right around the wall.
He did a nice job there, Jimmy. Yep. Bent it around the wall. Last one he put right into the wall.
Grant out. To midfield.
They got the youngster for Andover playing pushed up on that left side now.
Nice little run by Junker. I'm sorry, Sierna. That goes out, and Gunther will bring it back. Pulls it up to Fogarty. Fogarty marked and gets taken away over to Cabasso, but Cabasso right there. Shot saved by Gunther. Another shot into the side of the net. And it'll be a goal kick. Good recovery on a situation that could have gone bad.
Yeah, nice save right here. That would have been 3 for Cabasso. A big save right there in this game. That's play of the game right now.
Huskies get it. Kui gives chase. That goes out on the Huskies. It'll be an Eagle throw-in. We're down to 11 minutes. And like you see, we'll see if we start seeing some of the Eagles push up a little bit. Nice play by Blake Knutson. Settle and Kui. Patient. Waits for help from Hogland. And that one ricochets off a couple of them. Settled by the Eagles. And cleared. Hansen out there. Eklund driven down to the ground. That'll be an easy whistle on that one.
Nice step up by Bergeron on that far side. Keep the ball in play. Always like it when a defenseman will step up and hold the ball in.
Nice header by Sierna. I believe that was Sierna who got that out. Eagles with the ball. Exactly 10 minutes left. Landon Vance for the Eagles. Wonder if there's any relations to the coach on that one.
I'm guessing there is.
Quick kick by Eklund. Was looking for a Kui on the far side. That one will settle and go out. Caden Hansen hands the ball off to Knutson. Knutson tries to get to Eklund. Eklund able to get it through. You know, even with pressure, he's still able to get it through.
Oh,
Here goes Cabasso. Cabasso right inside. He can use his lefty. Nice play, but I think that was Fogarty. Fogarty's, or was that Hennessy? Let's see if that was Ford.
Yeah, I'm not positive who that there was coming across.
21.
Yep, 21.
So that was Fogarty. So nice play by Fogarty to cut that off. It'll be a corner though.
Short
Kabasu.
corner. Oh, there it was on the back post.
Just went through the wickets. I think that was Sirna on the backside there.
This is where Totino needs to really mark up in this corner and lock them in. Don't let them out. Find your mark. Don't let them out.
It was actually Vincent Jacob, defender who slid up to the backside on that back door and just missed. Eagles possess the ball. And a cross, nice cross, nobody home. Eagles settle it back. Nice one pass to Kabasu. And pops it up and still in. Eagles are mounting some momentum here.
Think about Cabasso too. He's not a selfish player. I mean, he'll dish the ball off. It's not like I'm going to take everybody on and try to beat him. You know, he'll give it to somebody, get it back again. So he does a real nice job of that.
Big throw in, looking in front. Sirnan goes up, ball over to Schrader. Schrader and Aku. And that one goes to Schrader. Schrader saves the gas in the tank, and Brandt kicks it out. With feed was just too far from the freshman.
7 minutes left here, Jim. They're going to need one early.
Defensively, Fogarty right now is defensively on fire. He's stopping and thwarting the attack. We've got a free kick for the Huskies.
Yeah, he's doing a nice job back there. Totino-Grace starting to mount a little bit of pressure here with just over 6 minutes to play. Like I was saying, they need to get one here pretty early.
Eklund again with the free kick, 6.5 minutes left. Huskies up by 2. Long ball, Sirna with a header out. Comes back out to midfield.
I saw the whole
Hennessy.
thing. He ran right into him.
There's a little conversation between Coach Lynch and the linesman. Knutson pass, and now Hennessy knocks it out. It'll be a throw-in for the the Eagles.
Still 4 in the back here for Totino-Grace. They might have pushed up one of those outside midfielders playing up the field a little bit farther to occupy a defender.
Pass up, and that will roll out the back line, and we'll have a
right idea
kick,
there,
yeah.
but
somebody home.
He wasn't back on side yet. It's important now to win these 50-50 balls and the kicks in the air.
Christian
That's where it
Gunther
all starts.
Big kick. Serna pushes it back up. Knutson reverses the field. Kabasu with Weiss right on him. Goes back, but there's Eklund. I'm sorry, Hennessy. cross out front and pops up. It's still in. No call. And the Huskies are able to clear up to Schrader. Schrader tries to get it through, but that one's pushed back in, and it'll be a free kick. Boy, that one was almost disastrous. Nice pass right out in front and popped up. I think that was Fogarty again.
I think Fogarty did make the play there. Yeah, he's having a whale of a second half right now.
Francisco Sierna now tries to go backside header, and that one is just wide.
Boy, I could see him flying from that backside. The ball was right there. Hit it off the side of his head instead of the front of his head.
That was Vincent Jacob, who we've seen on a couple times on really just knocking on that back door.
Good opportunities here for the Eagles.
Yeah, 3 minutes and 45 seconds left. The really no offense coming from the Huskies right now. It is it's pretty much defend, 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 hold, throw in. Coming from Michelson. Back to Sierna. Sierna shaded by Schrader. Goes on the left. Tries to cross fields. Bergeron muscles his way through. Bergeron again, bracketed by 2.
Got to play with urgency right now if you're Totino-Grace.
Nice little through ball, and that one's going to Brown. Brown on the race with Sierna. Sierna pushes it out, and we've got an offsides called as we're now under 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Well, they came out scoring a lot of goals, both teams. Kind of settled down here a little bit, although the action's been good.
It certainly is. Kabasu's got 2 goals already. Dumps it to the wing. Sent right on. I think that was meant to be a cross and came a little high up on the foot. Gunther, no hurry to get rid of that ball. Weiss with it. Sierna clears. Eklund punches it back to Gunther.
That's good. Let's play it up here.
Yeah.
Not back there.
Oh, nice play by Knutson. Knutson and an offsides. Boy, that one was tight. That one was
tight.
close.
You know what? He was in position though.
Yeah.
Then you can't complain. He's right, right where it was. So, you know, if officials are in position, I have no problem, and they're consistent.
Yeah, and they have been today.
Yeah.
Knutson back, battling for it. Ball goes out. It'll be a throw in by Totino. Sierna grabs it. Goes to Capasso. Tries to get through a little give and go. Just doesn't materialize on the back end. Settled. Tanner Johnson passes over. Down to a minute left. Willem Gill out there with the ball, trying to get it past. I think that's Bergeron. That goes off ahead. Actually, that was Weiss. Goes off ahead. And we're down to 45 seconds. Big throw, and that gets passed all the way back to the 25 and had to be delivered quickly. Nice head up. And Knutson up to Hennessy. Hennessy feeds it up to Brown. Tries a through ball, nobody there. Doesn't really matter right now. We're under 20 seconds. Huskies came out and scored right off the bat.
10 seconds.
Totino scored right off the bat. Oh, the second half.
Second
yeah,
half,
absolutely.
yes,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they came in, and we've got a time, and we'll with 3.1 seconds left. It's academic right now.
Yeah, nice win for Andover. they have some scoring prowess.
Yeah.
Scoring 8 goals in the first 2 games, you got to be happy with that.
Yeah, well, it's 9 goals actually. Yes, 9 goals.
9 goals.
5 and 4. So you've got 9 goals. Not. And we saw them being able to. And are they going to count it? It is a goal.
Yeah, I think that was over that line before the.
So the Huskies give up a goal with 0 seconds left, 0.1 seconds left. I don't even know how you even count that one, but they're going to put this victory in the bank.
Here's a look at it right here.
And that's, again, is Vincent Jacob, and so he gets another goal, or he gets a goal. So he's been there all game, and he finally puts one through. But the Huskies come away victorious, 4-3, and what a great win from their home opener, Coach.
Yeah, both teams gave it their all, and Andover came out on top. They're 2-0, and they'll move on to their next opponent. Good soccer game tonight, though, Jim.
Yes, absolutely. Totino falls to 0-2. Hey, we're going to be back in about 25 minutes for the Totino-Grace Andover girls soccer game. That'll be here live from Husky Stadium on QCTV. Hey, thanks again for joining us. Great job by the crew, and appreciate Ryan out down in the truck, making sure everything runs smooth. Thanks again, and we'll see you back here for girls soccer on QCTV.